For over 20 years I've been basically trying to train people, teach people, educate people to love wildlife. And in particular the wildlife that people don't like. People hate snakes, and I try to get people to like snakes. And one thing that really sabotages the whole effort is live feeding. Now, there's a few reasons I'm against live feeding, and one I want to cover in this one. I mean, I talked about it being cruel. I talk about it being a bad example. When you live feed and you post it on YouTube for the whole world to see, it looks bad. If there are people out there who love animals and they think that they have to live feed to keep a snake, they won't keep a snake, they won't learn about snakes. You're turning people off. Live feeding is just, it looks really, really bad. Now look at it this way. Can you imagine if there was a big zoo park that kept killer whales? Yes, they're not called killer whales anymore, are they? They're called orcas. They're called killer whales once. They do kill. Now we know that killer whales will take seals. So imagine you've got this nice park, you've got all these people all around, you've got a seal there, the killer whale comes up, crushes the seal, drags it in for everyone to see. Would they cheer? I don't think so. Because that time is over. It finished in ancient Rome. The ancient Romans used to, 2,000 years ago, kill animals for entertainment. We should be above that. We should move on from that. And I'm just saying, I want people to love snakes. And if you're going to show live feeding, you're sabotaging my efforts. My 20 years of work is being sabotaged by people, by twits showing their snakes feeding. And not only are they just feeding snakes live food, they don't give any explanation why. There's no interpretation. There's no explaining how the jaws open, how they unhinge. There's none of that. So the ancient Romans used to live feed, used to kill, used to use animals for sport. We're supposed to move on from that. That's the bad old days. If we were to keep, well, let's say we get a chimpanzee while the water's edge and watch a crocodile come up and eat it. Is that entertainment? Would people cheer? If you had it in an enclosure, you had it all controlled. Okay, if it happens in nature, it happens in nature. But if it's happening in a zoo, that's just sick entertainment.